Good morning and welcome to the MythTake Read-a-Thon day 1. I have filmed this intro 3 times because I can't get the camera angle right in my car. So I will show you my TBR a little bit later. It's upstairs in my room, but somebody is hoovering at the minute. So at the stroke of midnight, I started to read Oh My Gods as part of the Read-a-Thon. I only managed to get 30 pages in so far. And it seemed quite pretty good so far. So it seemed pretty light-hearted. I really liked that it was kind of like the gods on earth, and that seemed pretty impressive. So I only read 30 pages of that, and then this morning I have started the audiobook while I was getting ready of The Hand, the Eye and the Heart. It had really good kind of trigger warnings. I've never seen that in a book before, so I feel really positive about it, and I'm going to listen to that while I'm getting my errands done this morning. I need to go to the library and I'm going to take you along with me, and we'll see how we get on. I am back from the library now, and I may have checked out a few books. So the YA section in my library was actually cornered off some sort of community reading group. So unfortunately I could not go and browse the YA books like I originally planned, but I guess that's just kind of the joys of visiting a local library. But however, I did pick up 3 adult / non-fiction books from the library, so I will show you those now. So as you can see, the first one is Romanov. So I believe that this is a non-fiction book that's kind of told in a narrative format, but it's about the Tsars of Russia and the family, the Romanovs. Now, I am a huge history geek, and I thought that maybe I studied Russian history as part of my A-level, and I really loved it, and I'd love to learn some more. This is a chunk of a book. It's insane. However, I have seen Reagan on Peruse Project talk about this, and a couple of other people. I've seen it on Waterstones, so I thought I may as well check it out of the library to see how I get on. Sorry, I was interrupted. So the next book is The Essex Serpent, and my mum's just said she's read this and didn't like it. So this is a historical fiction. I absolutely have no idea what it is about. The cover is absolutely beautiful. I think, was it 2017? It won some awards with Waterstones, and I know that a couple of other booktubers have read this and really loved it. However, because I'm not really a historical fiction person, I don't know if I'm going to like this. So I checked out the library, and if I don't like it, I can always return it. And the final book, which I was quite excited to see because this is a pretty recent release, especially the paperback, is Bridge of Clay by Markus Zusak. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Markus Zusak because I have read the book Thief, and most controversially, it is my least favourite book ever. I really didn't enjoy it. However, I have read his other book, and The Messenger, that's what it's called. And I really love that. That is one of my favourite books of all time. So I've heard really mixed things. I heard Reagan, again, from Peruse Project, read this, and she kind of had mixed reviews about it because people have compared it to the book Thief, but I did not like the book Thief. It's it's a really big chunk of a book. I really don't really know what this is about. I've heard that it's about a family drama. Maybe. I hear brothers. So I'm super excited to get to that, and I was super excited that my library actually had that. So this is my little library haul. So I thought I better tell you my TBR for this readathon. So last night I started Oh My Gods. Oh, I should probably tell you that I kind of am complying with like the reading challenges. However, my TBR is quite loosely set. Not some of them apply to all of the challenges, or some apply to none of the challenges, but I just fancy reading them. I don't plan to kind of get a full bingo board because after today I am working and busy for the rest of the week, so it's just kind of like getting in. So I've already said that I am listening to the audiobook of The Hand, the Eye and the Heart. think I'm on about chapter 6 of that so far, and so far I'm really liking it. So last night I started Oh My Gods by Alexandra Shepherd. This is kind of like inspired by the Greek gods. It's about a girl who moves to London and she is living with her family who are Greek gods, but kind of in disguise. So far it is super funny, kind of light-hearted, quick and easy to read. I'm absolutely loving it so far. And I think I'm going to read them in this order. So next I'm going to read Circe by Madeline Miller, and literally everybody who's read this has said you need to read it, you need to carry on, come on. So many people have read this, so many people have recommended this to me, and I have not read it yet. The cover is absolutely beautiful and shiny, and I'm super excited, so I'm going to dive into that after Oh My Gods. And then this one doesn't fulfill a particular reading challenge. I just really want to read this. From what I can remember, it is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I recently read Coraline by Neil Gaiman and actually really enjoyed the creepy atmosphere that Neil Gaiman created. And I saw this in my local library and thought, you know what, let's give it a go. It is an absolutely beautiful graphic novel and I'm super excited. I'm pretty sure Chris Riddell illustrated the most recent illustrated version of Beadle and Bard by J.K. Rowling, but honestly it looks absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to read this, so maybe if I'm feeling slumpy throughout the week I can because it's a tiny book, I can get this done in one go. And next, this book has been on my TBR since 2014. I think it's been on my TBR so long. I completely missed the booktube hype with this one. However, I still do want to read it. It is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is, from what I can remember, kind of like a Cinderella retelling with some sort of sci-fi elements. It's been so long that I can't actually remember what this is about, but it has been on my TBR for so long and I haven't got around to it, so I'm going to try and read this. I'm not really a sci-fi person, so I don't know how I'm going to get on, but I've had this book for ages, so I think I need to get to it. Reading a buddy read with some of my friends from university, which is Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. I have already started this one. We've been reading it for quite a while, however it still matches in with the theme of mythology retellings, so I would like to get a chunk of this, maybe not all of it because I am buddy reading it, a chunk of this read over the course of this week. So far I'm not loving this one. I will reserve my thoughts for another day. However, I really am not loving this one. I'm finding it quite hard and quite difficult to read because it is just not the lyrical, beautiful writing that Neil Gaiman has done in Coraline. And he's known for his beautiful, immersive prose. And here this just kind of feels like a Wikipedia entry so far. It might get better, who knows, but I'm going to be reading that over the course of this week too. So I am just about to pick up some more of Oh My Gods. Hopefully I can get a good chunk of this read today. I'm sorry about the really awkward camera angles at the moment. I am currently waiting for my tripod to come. I decided very last minute that I wanted to vlog this read-a-thon and didn't order a tripod in time. And couldn't get one to fit my phone either, so for the first couple of days the angles might be a bit awkward, but hopefully I can kind of get into the stream of things once I've got a tripod. Cool, okay, I'll update you once I've read more. So this is an update to say I've got no reading done. So like my last update, I got 200 pages of Oh My Gods, and then I was supposed to go to IKEA with a friend. However, she had got some problems with her car, so she couldn't make it. So we went out me and my sister instead went out for dinner, tea, whatever you call it. and you'll probably see from the clip before that I may have gone into Waterstones, so I might show you a little haul now of what I bought. So I absolutely promise that I don't do this much shopping on a regular basis. So I bought 2 books from Waterstones. They were on the buy one get one half price thing, so always good. So the first one I got was The Devouring Grey, and I have seen Jean from Jean's Thoughts talk about this one, and whoops, there's some stuff on the floor there. It's been compared to Stranger Things on a couple of occasions, and even though I haven't watched series 3 of Stranger Things yet, I am stoked to read this. It sounds really cool, really like different, dystopian, and I really love the pink sprayed edges, so super excited to read that one. And when I went into Birmingham Waterstones a couple of weeks ago, this wasn't on the buy one get one half price offer, and it was in Merry Hill Waterstones, so I grabbed that, and obviously I had to get another one, so I picked up Eliza and Her Monsters. Now I know very, very little about this one. I know that Natasha from My Reading is Odd has read it. It's also an American import, which I thought was super cool. It's quite a chunky book, and it's got some pictures in it. I've heard it's so good. I know absolutely nothing about this one. However, I've seen nothing but rave reviews and super excited about it. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and I've worked today. I am so tired. I barely slept last night. However, before I went to sleep, I managed to read up to around page 212 of Oh My Gods, which is pretty good. I'm really liking it. The story is a little bit predictable, but it's really easy to read, and it's kind of cute. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm hoping to finish that tonight. I realised that this week was a ridiculous week to vlog because I'm working for the next 3 days. So I'm going to try and get as much reading in as possible, and I'm also going to be listening to the audiobook of The Hand, the Eye and the Heart while I am driving to and from work and getting dressed and stuff. So it's good. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is basically following the story of Mulan, and it's quite dark. This angle is super weird, but I just saw I'm kind of on the car park by work, and there was a lady like pulling her car up, and I work as a receptionist in like a little town. A day of work today, and then I've got a super long day at work tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get as much reading in as possible, but I can't promise anything. It's recording. It is. Hello friends. So it is quite a lot later now. I've been home from work for about an hour, about 2 hours actually. I kind of saw my family, ate some dinner, and on the way home I listened to more of the buddy read, the group read. I'm really enjoying it so far. There were a couple of scenes that were very graphic. I would personally have also put a trigger warning for suicide in it, quite a vivid scene of suicide. So anyway, have just been reading some more of Oh My Gods. I'm really liking it. I've got about 60 pages left. I really like all the characters. I really think it's quite a fun little read. It's really different to any kind of YA I've ever read before, and it's kind of really well researched, apart from the bit in the court scene where Helen has to give evidence, because I don't think they would have let a woman in ancient Greece give evidence. But it's not set in ancient Greece. However, I did find that kind of like an awkward little gripe in it. But I'm hoping to finish that tonight. I've got about 60 pages left. I think I'm going to fly through it, to be honest. So fingers crossed. I'm going to get back to reading in my bed because I'm absolutely exhausted. And I'll check in with you in a little while. So I'm filming this on my front-facing camera because I have already recorded it twice and I can't be bothered to record it again. So I just finished Oh My Gods. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was super light-hearted with quite a few serious undertones. Throughout the book there are various letters that Helen writes to her mother, and you find out that her mother is dead, and it's kind of sad and there are undertones of grief in there, but I feel like it's really effectively interwoven with kind of like the funny, sassy and super likeable characters that you have in the book. I especially liked how the story was quite a contemporary story. It was set in contemporary London, because normally I find that anything that's myth inspired or myth retellings are kind of set in a fantasy realm with fantastical elements. However, this one wasn't. It was very contemporary. It read fast like a contemporary does. I don't know what I'm going to rate this yet, but we will just have to see. I'll put that in my wrap up, probably my monthly wrap up. And in terms of what I'm going to pick up next, tonight I might read a little bit more of Norse mythology, because I've actually already started that for a buddy read that I've been reading for ages. And then after that, so either tonight, this evening, or tomorrow after work, I'm going to pick up Circe, I think. I'm super excited to read Circe. However, I'm quite apprehensive as well, because literally everybody I know that's read it so far has given it super high ratings. Everybody loves it. And what if I don't love it? I get this. I feel like I get a book that's really hyped and then my expectations are like destroyed for it. Anyway, the light is going, so I am going to go and do a bit more reading, and I might check in with you later or tomorrow. We'll see. I'll see you later. Hello, so it is Wednesday and I have read not a single page today because I've been working all day. So this evening I'm potentially going to have a bath and I'm going to read some Circe. I'm going to start Circe. I've also kind of been reading or listening to more of The Hand, the Eye and the Heart, the group read. And so far I am actually liking it. There's a couple of things in there that I'm a bit about. One of them included like the quite vivid period talk. I feel in very two minds about it, because number one, I'm like, oh, that's cool because it's completely normalising periods. It's completely like discussing it. I've never seen it discussed in a book before. Rarely. Especially a fantasy book. However, I don't know if it's necessary. I kind of feel like it's just put in there to highlight her feminineness. I'm not sure. I'm very torn about it. If it continues, then maybe I'll have more thoughts on it later. However, I'm going to get to reading some Circe, some editing and some emails. So I'll update you when I have read more. I just wanted to check in and tell you I've read 5 pages of Circe and I'm already in love with the writing style. It is just so eloquent, so beautiful. Each sentence just reads
so lyrical, and I already love Cersei, and I'm super, super excited to read this. I feel like I'm the last person on this planet to read this book,